Okay, yeah, good day, everybody. I hope you all are doing well and fine. We want to start another section on Git, and I want you to pay all possible attention to this Git class. Please give it all and know it once and for all. Once again, I'm Mr. Joseph. You can also call me Dev Joe. So, let us get on. Let us get on. Well, what you're talking about is Git. So, when they say Git, what do you understand by the word Git? I will be using layman terms, so you can now go and do your more research on it. But I will try as much as possible to make it very simple. So, Git on its own simply talks about or explains where a house where programmers store their work. Okay, a house is just like a storehouse for programmers where you can keep your work, where you can save your work for other people to see, to know, oh wow. And it's also like a resource center where you can go and get so many informations about different works. So Git is a very interesting place that you will need to know much about. And what is GitHub? GitHub is the particular section of Git that enables you to interact with Git. Okay, it gives you the platform, the channel, the outlet to interact with Git. Okay, it's just like a window that helps you, or like a passage, like a door that helps you interact with Git. Okay, so that is the function of GitHub. Then we're going to be seeing some things here. Uh, yes, what is GitHub? What is the difference? So you have to know the difference between Git and GitHub, and what is repository. Well, repository on its own is like a file, or you can call it a file or a folder that accommodates all your work, all the works you've been doing as a software engineer. Maybe let's say for an example, you are working on a Nigerian project, you are working on American project, working on Nigerian project, working on Russian project. You label all of them. You label the project of America as what? USA repository. You call it USA repository. You're working on Russia project or Nigeria project. You call it Nigeria repository. You're working on Russia. You call it Russia repository. So they are all they is just like a way of housing the project, like a folder that houses the files of different projects you are doing. That is what repo simply means. Okay, so it shows, it houses the particular project you are doing. And then what is Readme? Readme explains the kind of project you are doing. Maybe I want to see the project you are doing in USA, and I want to before I really don't want to open it. I just want to know what it's all about. Maybe I should not waste my time. So you have to put down something, a description of what you have done outside for me to see that. Okay, maybe just like you're going on the road and you see a signpost, even without going into the building you can see the signpost. The readme is a signpost telling you about what the building stands for, or where you are going, or where you are heading to. That is what readme stands for. Readme is just like a signpost. It explains the details, a summary of what is going on in the repository. Okay, hope you are getting it now. And that is what readme is all about. Then to commit is just the message you put in the readme. You have to put a message in the readme. There have to be a message that says, in God we trust. that explains your readme at the end of the readme. So I hope you understand. The commit is a message you put. You understand? The commit is executing a message you put in your readme. Okay, you cannot just leave a blank signpost. The signpost is the readme. Why the message is inside the commit. So you putting it on the readme makes it a commit. You writing the message, you are writing it in the commit, and you put it in the readme, the signpost, so that people can see. Hope you're getting it. So it's just very simple. And how to push code, you learn how to push code, how to update, how to create a branch. Maybe you are working and you're doing a project you are in USA and your other programmers are in different parts of the world. Another programmer is in America, in Nigeria, one is in Russia. Okay, and you are not together and you need to do a project. What you do is you create different branches. Why this other person will be working on front end, this other programmer will be working on what? Back end. Why you are monitoring and doing the architectural work or the skeletal work or doing a backup or finishing touch. So, or you are also working on the front end. So it depends on, okay, you just do this aspect in front end. You create a branch for him. He's doing his work. So at the end of it, you now git push and push everything together to become one. So that's the function of creating a branch and how you can merge all the works together. How you can work as collaborators, on a project. Which files should and which files should not appear in your repo. Don't forget what I called repo. Don't forget what I called repo. Repo is like a file that houses your project in a GitHub of a Git. Okay, the Git is the platform that gives you opportunity to have access to what? GitHub. So let's start. I hope you'll be able to go through these resources on your own. I believe you should be able. So you should be able to go through these resources. On your own. You should be able to go through these resources and make sure before you even watch this video, make sure, I believe you already have your Git account. So let's start. What is the first project that we have here? We are asked to create our Git account. Create an account on GitHub if you do not have one already. You need a GitHub account for all your projects, ALX. So I believe if you've not done that, just go here and do that. Step 1, create a personal access token, okay, on a GitHub. So let's do that. How can we create a personal access token? I'm not going to teach you by reading things so that you don't get bugged. The first thing you do, open your GitHub account. This is a GitHub account. Now to create a personal access token, come to your home. Make sure you are in your home first. Calm down. It is not difficult to create your token. Come to the home. Make sure it's loading. My network is very slow. So after having this, then take your cursor. This is it. Just go straight to this place. See where the cursor is, click on it. Don't just follow it step by step. The first place you're supposed to go is go to the settings, look for settings. On the right side, click on your settings. Now take your cursor to this side again, this side, the left hand side, and go up. Keep going up, keep going up. I mean down, keep going down. The last click, you see a developer settings. You are a developer, so click on developer. Okay, you are here right now. Good. Now that you are here, you want to create a what? A token. What is the function of token? The token is the one that at the end of every git push. What is git push? After you make a commit, you write a commit, then you now want to do a git push. You want to git push on whatsoever you have done. Git commit is the project you are doing. Now, for you now to git push, that is to put it into the repository where you are storing, the storehouse, you need a access token. They call it access token. It's the token that would give you permission. Are you sure you want to add this new latest development to this project? And then it gives you permission. So that is the function of that. So where you go, you just come to this place here. But before you do that, come here, click on this personal access token. You see beta. Don't click on beta. Click on classic. Classic will give you some functionalities. That is why we are using classic. So now you are now in what? You are now in classic. So you want to generate a new token. Don't click on beta. You can see, click on generate new token. Generate new token. So good. You are now here now. So what is the next thing you're supposed to do? Don't forget, the first thing you're supposed to do, go back to this place. There is an instruction that has been given to you, but you would read that is there. You are to write a description. Look at it. Update your profile on intranet. You have to update. This is where to update your profile. Okay, we are still here, but I just want to take you to what they ask you to do. Now, to create your first repository. Okay, now I think the instruction is here. Okay, so you can just let's just call it anything. Just call it anything. You can call it anything. Okay, you can call it anything. Just say my ALX first repo. Anywhere you see repo, it means repository. Repository. So now come here and pick whichever day you want it to expire. That is the day you would have access to it. To stop giving you access to that project. So if you want to go back to the project after the expiration, you can still reactivate it. So let's give it 30 days. Okay, let's give it 30 days. So here, click repo. All the functionalities you want, just click them. For me, I'm going to click almost everything. so that I will have to give me so much permission to do a lot of things. Okay, so let's continue. Just click on everything if you want, just not to confuse yourself. Now let's create. Just click on generate token. Good. This is your token. Now, first thing, immediately you see that your token has been generated, what are you going to do? Just come here and copy. Okay, copy, look for a place and paste it. If you have a notepad, you can paste it anywhere. Okay, you can paste it anywhere. Okay, you can paste it here. So control save. Alx. Can call it anything. So that is secured now. So let's continue. So this is done. So just leave this place. Okay, come here. We have done that. You have created what? A token. Now update your profile. Go to your profile here and add your GitHub account if you have not done so. So create your first repo. We want to create our first repository. What I call repository, I call it a file that houses your project, or a storehouse. Okay, so using the graphic interface on GitHub website, create your first repository. This place, we are already in the GitHub website. So what is the name of the repo? Copy it. Don't forget, you must have pasted your token before you copy any other thing. If not, you will lose it forever. So let's copy this, or we can just copy this. This is much longer. Copy this. Okay, it has been copied. Now look at this. They say make sure there is no readme or git more or license. Don't add these functions, okay, to your new repo. Don't add readme, meaning they don't want any description to the project for now. So that's what they are asking you to do in this repo. So let's do it very quickly. This is the name, don't forget, Alx/precourse. So here, come here to your right hand side, click on it and click on your repository. See now, we want to create our first repository. So how do we do that? Just click on what? New. Yeah, here now. So what is the name of the repo? Alx precourse. Alx precourse. Okay, make sure your internet is connected. What is the description? That is the description. It has been pasted. Now Don't make it private. If not, nobody will be able to see it. ALX will not be able to see it. So leave it in public. Now calm down. There is no other thing. They say don't add readme to your repo. Don't add readme. Don't add gitmore. This is gitmore. Don't add it. Don't add license. Okay? Just create. So here it is, ALX precourse. It has been created. So you now have your what? Your first repo. Clap for yourself. Good. I believe you already made your first repo. Now, as a software engineer, now we are coming here. These are some of the things you will need to git what? Push. Okay? So, and to connect, to add, to connect to your GitHub. So we've done that. Let's go to number 4. On your intranet, go to your what? Web term. So we want to open our web term now. Where is our web term? Come down. This is your what? This is our web term. Good. This is our web term. Now, I always advise people to maximize their page because you'll be doing a lot. So what you do is put your cursor here and right click, press it down with the right click and drag it down. You have dragged it out. Close this place. It has been minimized. So come here, open it, then minimize this too. So keep this here. It has been minimized. Good. So you have minimized your screen so that you will be able to see side by side whatsoever you are doing. You can broaden it a little more. Good. Now, so we are good to go now, right? We are good to go. So here, what are you asked to do? Look at the question. You have opened your web term. Clone your repository. How do you clone your repository? You want to clone your GitHub, this GitHub with what? This work you are doing here. You want to clone it so that whatsoever you are doing here will reflect in your what? GitHub. So how do you do it? Just first of all, change your working directory, change your root. How do you do that? CD shift and this or space. So you have entered into the root pwd. You are already in the root. So now what do you do next? What do you do next? That's the first question. Always ask yourself, don't rush. You want to know it. So the first thing you are supposed to do is what? Enter git clone. I don't advise you to copy. This is it here. You can easily copy this and paste it here, but use your hand to write it. Git clone https then slash your personal token. Now let's go and copy your personal token. That's the next thing. This is the personal token. See that is the one that will give you access to the repository. Without it, the system will not understand what you're trying to do. So after that, what is the next thing? Just keep watching. You put your words @, and what? github.com. github.com. Then stroke username. What is your username? Go to your GitHub account and get your username. It's easy for you to get your username. You can just do it this way. Come here. You can come to codes. This is your username, but you just want to copy it, or if you know it offhand. So you can write it out. As a beginner, I advise you to always type, apart from codes. Okay? I need to verify this to be sure. Ohmsschools. Oh, it's like I have overtyped. Ohmsschools. For Africa. For Africa. So what's the next thing? Let's come back here. After your personal, then you write stroke ALX precourse. ALX. You already have this ALX repo. So it's already a repo, a store. You now want to push this thing and connect with it and say, yes, you already bought a room, a store on GitHub. Are you getting it? You already bought a repository on GitHub for this project, for just this project. That does not mean you not create more repos. It's a project, just as I gave you as an example. So you already bought a space on GitHub. You registered it as what? ALX precourse. Now you want to connect this. You now want to connect whatsoever you are doing on your system, so that it will be storing, it will be going to this repo on your GitHub. That's just what you want to do. So pre-what? Precourse .git. So let's enter. So yes, wait, do you know why it's not going to clone? Because I have not updated my profile. This account is not on look at it, repository not found. alx pre cos. Let's check, maybe we made a mistake. Alx. Okay, there's a mistake. There's a mistake. So let me copy this. Clone. Copy. So let's write it. There's a mistake in our spelling. ALX pre cos dot git. So this was the mistake. ALX, this is what we used instead of using this. So let's enter. So now it's saying ALX precause already exists and is not an empty directory, meaning this is an account that has already been what git pushed to GitHub. So we are using another account again to git push. Are you getting it? We are using a different account to git push to GitHub. We are using a different account to git push, so it's not going to work. But for you, is automatically going to work. So maybe let's try and use a valid account. Just hold on. So I've been able to change a different account. I've gotten a different username. This is an account that that is recognized by the ALX dashboard. So and I've been able to generate a token for this account. So let's see whether it's going to go. So I've been able to get another different account that will help us log this. I would have just skipped this so that you just execute it, but I want you to see it so that it will be a very good example. Git clone https then your personal token. So this is a token. I've gotten another different account at github.com. Then the username /ALX pre cos dot git Git. I hope you are right. Yes, it already exists. So you git push, when you git push, um, it will tell you that it will just redirect you to your git. You get this has already been pushed, so this is what we would definitely have. So this project is done. It has been done before, so you can follow that same procedure and you will arrive here safely. So your personal token is your okay. So what do we have now? What's the next thing? So we have been asked to navigate to this directory. So that's the next thing you are asked to do. After cloning, after you have done cloning, this is what it will show you: cloning into ALX precourse. So this account has already been cloned. Okay, this account has already been cloned. It has been cloned. So the next thing you are asked to do is to create a readme. That's what you want to do. To create what? A readme. So how do you create a readme? Before you create a readme, you are asked to cd into this precourse. So you just say cd alx precourse. Don't forget what I said. This stroke here shows that it is a directory. Okay, it's a directory, not a file. Are we making any mistake here? Okay, we have not entered into our root. Cd. I hope you're seeing the mistakes I'm making and you're also making your corrections so that you don't make those mistakes. So this is just a hands-on class. So you just go to the shift and press this. So we are now in the root directory. So the next thing, cd into ALX. You don't need to keep typing it if you already have it on your system. Just click on tab on the left hand side. You see tab, click on it to bring it out. So you see there you are in the root. So let's clear so that our work will be neat. So we are ready in this root. So ALX precourse, we're already in the root. So let's say create the file readme with the content my first readme. So you have to create a readme with the content my first readme. How do you do this? That's the question. How do you do this? Okay. The only tips to do that is here, but I would not want to start going into that. What you are supposed to do is you use echo. You can either use vi or you can use emacs. Okay, you can use vi to create readme or you can use emacs. If you use vi, let me just open it. You will see that I have it here. Let me open it. Let me say vi readme dot md. I think I used emacs before, but let's check. Yes, this is my readme file. This is my readme file. I have, you would, this is what was written. You are still going to do something similar to this. So this is my readme file. So let me come out. So you can see that I have already saved it. If I've not saved it, if I've not opened it, for you that are just doing this readme, you can use vi. So when you enter into this readme, you can see the readme below. You can see the readme.md. That's it. So to insert, just click on I. Click on I. You enter the insert mode. To take you to the insert mode, you are now in the insert mode, so you can edit. You can write anything you want to write. But I am not editing this. Okay, you can write. What you are asked to do is, you are meant to put my first readme. That is what you are supposed to what? Put my first readme. That's what you are asked to what? To write into this readme file. That's just exact thing you are asked. Okay, let us do that. I don't need these documents anymore. So let me just edit. Let me edit. Let's do that so that you can see everything will follow sequentially. Yes, you are asked to put what? My first readme. Okay, so let's go out. Just click on your escape button. Escape. You're out. Then shift semicolon WQ. You're out. So let's check whether the readme document is there. Let's check whether we already have the readme file here. Let's check. So what do? Say cat readme dot md. So you see it is there already. We use vi, so you can see that my first readme is already inside. That's what they said. They say create a readme. Okay, to create a readme you can use vi. When you just say vi readme.md, you have created it. Then they now say with the content, put, that means you should put this content inside the readme. You have done that. And if you don't want to use vi, you can use what's it called? You can use echo. Let's try echo. You see it's going to tell us that it has been created. Say echo my readme. readme.md. Then put this. Then what's the name of the file? Cap my. Be very careful of the uppercase. This one is uppercase. My is uppercase. My first readme. That's the message you are putting inside the readme. The signpost. Don't forget I called readme like a signpost. So let's go. So it has been created. Let's check cats. Or let's check what we have here. ls. So you see now, we have readme, we have my. Okay, we have my here. Let's check. Let's now cut mine. Let's see what is inside mine. Cut mine. So he said readme, first readme, my readme. So let's delete this. Let's remove this document. We have double created it. We use VI and we use Emacs. I'm just trying to show you how to create using VI and using what? Emacs. So I needed not to really go into that, but I just want to show you. So now let's remove the readme we created. We created readme, my first readme. We are putting this into this. So let's remove it by saying remove rm my. I don't think it will go. Say cannot remove, no such file. Okay, sorry. rm is capital letter. Yeah. ls, let's check. My is gone. So we have only one readme file. Good. So let's cat and see what is inside it to be sure. Cat readme md. What do we have? So let's clear our screen. Should we clear the screen? Let's clear the screen. So we have created this readme. So what is the next question that we are asked to do? What is the next question we are asked to do? The next question we are asked to do here is we are asked to update your Git identity. Okay, you are asked to update. Let's clear the screen. You are asked to update your Git identity. How do you do that? Be sure you are still in this root, the home root. So just say git config. Don't copy, just type it. Config .g. That's global user dot name, then your name. Sorry, your user dot email. Sorry, the first one is email. User dot email. User dot email. So what email are you using? Put your double colon. Go and copy the email, the user email, the user address, which is this. Okay, that is what you are asked to put in there. So don't confuse yourself. Yeah, it's a shark for real. So that's, sorry, I think we have a typo error. It said config. There's a typo error here. We say git config instead of git config. That's what is correcting us. So you see that the system is correcting us here. So let's go again. Git, be very careful of what you're writing. Config. global user dot email so enter. You already have it, you are updating it. So let's update for your name. The same thing, git what? Git config. Don't say git config, git config global user dot email. So you have your semicolon. So what do you have here? What's your name? You go and look for the name you use. This is where to get the name. Come here. So the name that was used here on this account, let's check. The name used to be different from, so I think the same something is used for this account. So this is the same name here, okay? But you can just let's update this here. Let's see. So there's no name here. So that's the name. So you can save and come back here. So this is the name. Make sure you update, you edit your profile and add the name, so that the name, you can always use the name here. So that is for the name. You've done that for the email. So for the name, then you click enter. So it has been done. So you've done that. You've git push that. So what are they now asking you? Add a new file to git, commit the change with this message, my first commit, and push to the remote server. How do you do that? Okay, what they are saying is, they said you should add a commit. So how do you do that? How to add a commit is just say git add. Okay, they want you to add a message, so just say git add, then dot space. Okay, that is it here. This is it here. You can see it, git add, git commit. That's how to git add and git commit. Git commit, commit -m my first commit. Okay, so that's for that. So you've my first commit. So you've done that. You've done that. So let's git push. you now git push, so I will need to add a password here, and if it is bringing such for you, then that means you have to use your token. Okay, so I'm going to use my token here. So now for me to paste this password is not going to show, but it's already there just for security purpose. So it has been done. So it is there now, master. It has been pushed towards to master. So good. So that job has been done. You pushed your first file, your blah 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 tags to ALX school project. You can now check your repository. So you just come here and check. I don't know whether my checker is going to be checked for me. Okay, it has checked and it is fine, just to be more sure. So it has checked. So now let's go to the next project. I'm taking my time so that I'll be able to cover for slow learners, those that are also slow, so that they'll be able to know all what I am doing. I will not just be so fast for them to pick. So now the next project, the repo session. That's the repo session. So what are we asked to do? Here they said create a new directory called what? 0.01 blah 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 in your what? ALX pre-course repo. So you are still in this repo. They say you should now create this what? Directory. This is a directory. So how do you create a directory? Say make a directory. That's the meaning. Make a directory of what? 0 times 0 1 slash git. So let's enter. So you say cannot create directory, file exists. So for you that you are just doing it, it has already, for me it has been created, so it will just go directly. So for those that are just doing it, it would directly enter. So for this, it already exists. So ls, I'm doing that so that you know how to create this directory. I would have just skipped that stage. So let me check whether I have the directory. You see, the directory is already in my roots, current root. This is the current root here. This is the current root. So I have this directory and this. Okay, this and this readmes. So now what are we now asked to do? You said in your directory, make sure you include a non-empty readme md in your directory. That is what they are saying. This readme must be in your directory, and this one also must be in your directory. So let's continue. Let's see, what are they now asking us to do here? They say at the root of your repository, ALX precourse, and in your directory. So you've done that. That is all. They just said make sure. They are just saying make sure at the end of this you should be able to check and see that you have these two things in your directory. So let's check. So good. So it has been checked. So you see that is just the project. So coding fury. Let's clear our screen. Let's clear our screen from every form of trash. Let's clear our screen. So here now, coding fury. For the moment, we have an empty project directory. Okay, for the moment, to do, we have been told that for the moment we have an empty project. Okay, it's just a statement. I want you to get that. It's just a statement. Don't stress yourself. Don't try to start thinking about it. They're just telling you for the moment, for this current moment, we have an empty project directory containing only readme.md. What is that? What is that thing they are talking about? It's time to code. Oh, sorry. I think this is what they are saying. Let's check. Let's cut into this directory. 0 times 0 1 tab. Let's check. So there is nothing in this directory, meaning what we were asked to do previously is to create a readme. They say make sure you include a non-empty readme in your directory. Okay, in your ALX precursor repo, make sure you create a readme.md in your directory. That means what they are trying to say is that, let's go back to this previous question. What they're trying to say is we are going to create a non-empty. That means we are going to make a comment. Okay, we are going to make a comment in the directory. Okay, we have not done that, so we are going to write a comment in, because I've done that before. That's why the checker checked me. So for those of you that are just doing this, let me clear the screen. So after you have created this ALX, I mean 0 times 0 1, this one, after you've created this question, then you are now meant to write a readme, a non-empty. That means you must write something in the readme. How do you do that? Don't forget, I showed you can use Emacs to write, and you can also use VI. So for you to use VI, you now say VI, you are writing a before you write, you have to write it inside this directory. So let's cd into this directory, meaning before you can put something inside a room, you must open the room now and enter inside the room. Okay, so let's enter into this room. What is the room? 0 times 0 1 Git. So how do we enter? You have to cd into it again. CD, they are not going to tell you. Is for you to know that this is what they are trying to do. Their own is get this done, get this thing done for me. They don't want to know how you do it, but they know you definitely do it. It's just like they say, go to so place, maybe go to point Z, but it's now left for you to know that you have to pass through A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, U, F, R, S, T, W, X, Y, Z. Before you now get to Z, it is you that knows you have to pass through those channels. But their own is get through this channel for me. So now for you to get to that channel, what you have to do is you now cd into this directory. How do you cd into the directory? You just say cd O times O. I already have it, so click on tab, it will bring it out. So I've cd'd into it. Now I'm now in the room. Now I now want to create a non-empty readme, meaning it's not an empty readme. There's difference between creating an empty readme and creating a empty readme. This one is a non-empty readme. So now for me to create this, what am I going to do? I will say vi readme. I want to create it inside this. Everything is happening inside this directory. Don't forget. So just your own is just a vi readme.md. Okay, let's go. Now you see, because I've created this before, so this was what I wrote. This is a non-empty file. For you to write inside a vi editor, you must use your I just click on I now. So I will take you inside the vi editor to take you in. So I just clicked on I now. I is taking me into the into the editor. Let's go. So now I'm now in the editor. Let me edit this. Let me rewrite so that you can see. This is a non-empty. You can write anything, just for it not to be empty. This is a non-empty file. Okay, this is a non-empty file. Can write another thing. I love this readme. You can just write anything funny, right? You can write okay, I taught us one example at the previous video, how you can copy and paste in a VI. So let's practicalize that here now. Just how do you do that? Control P to bring out all what you have here. Okay, Control P. See this, I'm writing this. I want to rewrite this is. So let me just click on this is. I've replaced it with this. So let me come up again. This, you can also use Control Y to rewrite. Control Y. Okay, read me this, or let's use Control Y to rewrite this thing. Okay, just to practicalize it, Control Y. So I love this readme. Okay, so let's practicalize. Control paste, Control P to bring it out. Make sure you press it. Okay, where is I here? Okay, this is this, then space, Control P again is. See, I'm writing it. The reason why this thing is useful is when you are writing codes that are very long, code that has long line of commands, okay, and you don't want to keep rewriting them. This thing may look very, very unnecessary because these are short words that you can just easily type. But when you are writing code lines and you want to reuse that code line, you don't need to go and retype it. Just click on Control P and it will bring out all what you have on that control terminal, that VI terminal at that point, and you can just select it. Use your selecting key to select it. This is empty. So let's leave here. We have played enough in this place. Just click on your escape button and say shift semicolon WQ exclamation mark, then you enter. So we are out of this VI editor. So it's no more an empty file. How do we know it is no more an empty readme file? Just say cat readme. Put it on cab, readme .md. Okay, readme.md. Let's see what is inside. Wow, interesting. Hope you can see how interesting it is. This is a non-empty file. These were the things we wrote in the VI. You can see it. This is a non-empty file. I love this readme. I love this readme. This is empty. Okay, so if I want to correct this, I can go back again and use the same word. Okay, let us just quickly deviate a little by correcting this. I wrote this empty instead of saying this is empty. So how do we do that? Just say vi. Okay, use your cap to write your readme readme.md. Just let's go. So now let's correct. Use your I to enter, to insert. This is empty. So let's go out. Escape, shift, semicolon, WQ, exclamation mark, out. So let's check. Cat, readme. Let's check. Readme.md. Wow, you see it. This is a non-empty file. I love this readme. I love this readme. This is empty. So you can see how you have done that. So good. So it is now not what? An empty file. So that will now lead us to the next question. Let's check the code. Of course, it has checked me because I've done that before. So let us go now to the next question. Here now, let me clear this screen. Let me clear the screen from trash. Let me clear the screen from trash. Clear. Okay, now what is asking us to do here is, for the moment, we have an empty project directory. Okay, we have an empty, they are telling us that we have for the moment we have a what? An empty project directory containing only readme.nd. They are telling us, oh, for the moment we have an empty project directory containing only a readme.md. It's time to code. That means there is what? And inside this, so they are telling us that inside this directory we have only this. Hope you get the scope down. So inside this we have this. How do we check again to see what is inside? Just say ls. You can see what is inside. These were the things I've done before, so I don't want you to see all this. Let me just, yeah, so this is the readme we are talking about. Let's assume that we have not, for you that you're just doing this project, you will not have all these documents in it. So what you are expected to have in it is just this readme.md. So let's go. Now we are asked to create these directories. Let me remove all these directories so that we can start all afresh. Let me remove all these directories. Let me remove them. How do you remove all these directories? Maybe let's assume you have so many directories in your root. This is now our root, our working root. You want to remove these directories in this root. How do you do that? Just say mkdir, mkdir. Then now list all those roots one by one. List them, mkdir. Now let me list. I want to remove all these things because we need to recreate them. So bash is the first thing because we want to create these things. So bash, I have to remove them so that I can recreate them. Bash c and js cannot create directory. Oh, sorry, I'm making. Let me remove rmdir. Good. rmdir bash c js. Fail to remove bash directory, not empty. So the bash is not an empty file. The bash is not an empty file. So let me go inside the bash. I have to enter inside. If I want to remove something and they say there's something inside, I must first of all remove what is inside before I remove that thing. So I have to go inside. Okay, others have been removed because there is nothing inside, they are empty. Okay, so let me remove the bash. I want to recreate the bash. Don't worry, I want to recreate the bash. So let's cd. We have to cd into the bash again. Cd bash. Okay, good. Cd bash. We are now in bash. Let's list bash. Let's see what is inside bash. Oh, you can see what is inside bash. 98 alx and school. So let's remove them. rm 98 alx school. Let's remove. Good. Let's check whether they are still there. ls, they are gone. So let me clear the screen so that you can see my screen properly. Okay, hope you see that they are all gone. The bash is empty now. Let's now go out of the bash so that we can remove the bash. You cannot remove a bash when you are inside the bash. You only remove what is inside the bash, right? You now want to remove the bash, so you have to go outside the bash so that you can remove the bash. Okay, so let's go outside the bash. How can you go outside the bash? Just say cd, a step, just a step out. You are out. Good. So now let's say rm bash is a directory, so rm dir, okay, bash. Good. Let's list. Let's check whether bash is there. Ooh, bash is gone. Bash is gone. Bash is gone. Bash is gone. So we want to create. I think I can still see C there. I think C. Let's remove C. rm dir. Hope C is not containing something. I don't think so. rm dir C. Directory not empty. Oh, C is not also empty. C has something in it. So let's remove what is inside C. Let's cd into C. Let's go inside C. Just say cd C. Enter. You are now inside C. So let's check what is inside C. ls. Ooh, look at what is inside C. We have C is fun.c and C is fun.c. So let's remove what is inside C. How do we remove it? They are all files. They are not directories. If they are directories, they will be in what? Blue color. So they are files. So the only way you can remove a file is using rm. Okay? If it is directory, you use what? rmdir. So use rm space c hyphen is hyphen fun.c. remove. That is gone. Let's remove the second one. C. Let's check. Okay, we still have one in it. C. We are removing it. rm c hyphen is fun.c. ls. Let's list. Let's clear the screen so that we can see what we are doing. Clear. Okay. ls list. See that C is empty. Now let's come outside C so that we can remove C. How do we do that? cd one step back out. You are out of C. So let's remove C now. How do we remove C? Don't forget C is a directory. You cannot use rm to remove C. You can only use what? rmdir. So rmdir space C. Enter. ls. So where is C? C is gone. So now let's go to our project. Clear. Let's clear the screen. I have to remove all this so that we can do it together. Okay? So now how do we do this? They said create these directories at the root of your what? Project. What is our root? This is our root. So we are inside the root. Okay? Don't forget this is a root and this is a root. So we are inside this root. You must not be outside. So now let's create bash. How do we create bash? By saying mkdir. We can create all of them at once. You don't need to be doing them one by one. Just say bash. Just say bash c and what? js. Okay, let's enter. Good. We have created. Let's check whether we have created. ls. So you see they are back. For those of you now that are doing it, that is just what to do. Okay, just say mkdir bash c and js. It has been created. So now what is now the next question? Create these empty files. Create these what? Empty files. When you create an empty file in a directory, let me tell you that you will not see the file, but the file is there. When you cut the file, you will see it. Let me cut this file. I've created these files before, so let me cut them and you will see that they are there. Cut what are the files? They are files, they are not directories. So let me cut the file. Let me just copy it. I don't like copying and pasting. I like hands-on, but let me just do it because of time, because I'm time conscious. So let me paste, cut. So you see that, okay, it's saying no such file. It's saying no to such file. Let me sort. When you use cat and you are not, then you can use sort also to check. Let me use sort. It will bring it out. I think sort is used to sort for files. Paste. Let me check. Cannot read. See, this is not such file. Okay, that means it has been removed. I have removed the sort. Okay, it has been removed. Yes, it has been replaced with something else. So let me now create the files. How do we create files? Don't forget to create a file. Use what? Touch. touch. Touch what? Touch c/c. Let me check whether it's there. It's not there on the system, so I'm trying to use tab to bring it up, but since it's not there, is what? Fun. Okay, so c/c is fun. Don't forget, these were the things we removed in our C. Okay, they were supposed to be in our C, but we deleted them before, so that is why they are no more there. Okay, they are C language. You can see it. C/c is fun, so they are C language. This one is JS language. It's a Java language. This one is a Java language. This one is a C language. Okay, so now that's why we're having it as C. Okay, that's why when we want to delete that C, we saw it inside C. You get it, we automatically go inside the C. That's why we have to create a C file, a directory before, so that it will find a place to go. You see, let me create this, then we'll now go inside C. You see that it will be in the C. Let's go now. Touch what? Now ls, let's check whether it will be there. You see that it's not here. It's not here. How do we check for this file that we have searched for? How do we check? Where you can find it, the only place you can find it is where? Is in your C. Let's cut our C and see. Cut what? C. Woo! Okay, no. Let's sort C. Sort C. Woo! Is a directory. So it is there. Wait. It is we have to cd into C. Sorry, let's cd into C. Cd C. Let me clear the screen. So I've cd'd into C. Let's check what is inside C. Woo! You can see now. Some of you that you are confused, you are looking for the file. I created this file. I was in huddle with some people, and some people were complaining. I told them it is there. When you cd into, is because you did not know that they have to look for what? Their branch. It has to look for where it belongs. It's a C language. C/C is fun, is a what? C language. So it looked for C file and entered into C. So now we have cd'd into C, and we are right now inside our what? Inside our C directory. We are now in our what? C directory. So let's go out of C. We don't need, we are not working in C. So let's cd a step out. We're out of C. We're out of C now, right? So let's create the next file. This file here, js/jmain. Let's create it. How do we create it? We use our touch because it's a file. Don't forget, it's a file that is going inside a folder. This one is a file too, but it's going inside this file. This one will go inside JS. Why these two will go inside JS? Just wait, just watch. You will see what I'm saying. CD touch what? Let's touch what? Touch. Let's paste this here. I asked to paste to make it touch. We can equally make their two same language, so we can equally make the two the same time, but let's just leave it for the newbies. Enter. It has been made. Let's check whether it's there. You can never find it. It's not there. JS, just it can never be there. So let's create the second one too. Let's create it. Touch what? Touch js.index, js/index.js. So let me copy, paste. Let's enter. Let's now check cd. Now cd into your JS file. You will never see this anywhere. I'm giving you this information right now for those of you that are confused of where the file is. It is there just for you to be clear. You created it and you can't find it. This is where to find it. Enter. So we are now list ls. So you see what I'm saying? Index.js is inside your what? Your JS file. And main.js is also inside your what? JS file. Good. So if you want to delete your JS, it's just like you want to kill a pregnant woman. You have to first of all kill the baby inside. So JS is pregnant of what? It's pregnant of index.js and main.js. So anytime you want to remove it, you have to first of all cd into it and remove what? The file that is inside before you can delete it. So let's go out of this. JS cd is step backward. You are out of it. Clear the screen. Let's clear the screen from junks. Good. So now we have created these files. So we are now asked to create a file bash with what? These two lines. How do you create them having the same different two lines? How? Thank God for what? VI. VI is there. That's what you are going to make use of your VI. That's what they are trying to say. So you will create what? A file bash/js. You have not created this file before. How will you now put it? It's very simple. Just say VI. Once you say VI bash/alx, you have created bash/alx. So you now click what? I to enter and input something in it. Hope you are getting me. But if you do not want, if you want it to be empty, just leave it like that. Just say VI bash/alx. Now just say escape. You are already in escape. Just say shift semicolon column w, shift column q exclamation mark. Enter. It will not save. Okay, sorry. You just say shift column wq exclamation mark. It will just save. It is already an empty file. You just go out of it. But you want to put something inside. So let's create it by saying vi what? bash/alx. Okay? We now want to input, this. We want to input this file in it, these two files in it. That's what we want to do. So let's do that now. Bash. Oh, sorry, we did not put space here. Vi bash what? bash/alx. Okay, good. We are now in the file. Because I think I delete this before. That's why you are not seeing it. bash/alx. So that's why you are seeing it. It's saying it's a new file. Okay, I must have replaced it with something. Yes, I must have replaced it with something. Oh, so we'll get to that. Bash. Are we sure that this is correct? bash/alx. Yes. So very good. So now let's input what we are being asked. Just click on your eye. You have entered, you have changed it. Now you see that it's now in what? Insert mode. So now you can write something. What did they say you should do? They say inside this put what? This. So let's type. Let's not copy and paste. Let's type. Say your hash. Shift 3 is your hash. Okay, exclamation mark. slash bin exclamation mark bash. So let's go. Enter. It's not on a straight line, no. It must not be on a straight line. They say what? They say what? 2 lines. So it has to be on 2 lines. So let's enter the second one too. This one. Let's enter. Echo. That's the name of the file. Echo. Cap. They are very case sensitive. So is what you see you put in. Put it on cap. ALX. That's what they say you should do. If not, the checker will not check you. Okay, so let's go out. We have written. Don't write any other thing. Just that. That's all. So now, what do you do now? Let's go out. Shift. What? No. Shift to take you out. Good. So shift colon WQ exclamation mark out. Enter. You're out of it. So you have created that. How will you know you have created this file? Just say cat what? Cat, what's the name of the file? Cat bash slash ALX. See? Oh, what is it saying? I think I must have made a mistake. ALX bash. Wait, let's go again. Cat. Or let's use sort bash. Okay, I think we had a typo error. We didn't write the bash correctly. So cat what? Cat bash. Here we just wrote bash. We didn't put H here. So bash slash ALX. Enter. So you see it. These were the things we created in our what? In our VI of this document, of this file. So you see these things are there. So the second one, what did they say you should do? This first one, we have done this. Create a file bash school with these 2 lines inside. So the same thing you are going to do for this. So let's just VI, okay, VI. Let me extend the screen a little so that it will not be too clumsy. Good. VI space bash slash school. Okay, enter. Good. So click on your eye to insert. We have entered the insert mode. What they say you should do, put your words. The first file is what? Hash exclamation mark. Good. You are putting this. This is what you are doing. This is what you're trying to do. You want to put it in it. So slash bin slash school. Please learn to type. Don't copy and paste. Okay, enter. Make sure you check whether your write-up is very correct. Hash bin and inside bin bash. You see, you can't use cursor to highlight it. You have to write bash, bin bash inside. So let's write the second file. Echo. Use your 2 column, double column. This thing is case sensitive. The S is capital letter S school. Okay, so come out of this. So you've written what you are asked to write. So let's go out. Escape, shift column. You have to come out of the insert mode. Escape, shift column, WQ exclamation, enter. So you're out. How do we check? Just say cat. What's the name of the file? What's the name? Bash what? Bash school. Bash school. Bash school. Let's check. I think we must have made a mistake. Cats. We must have made a mistake. Yes, we made a mistake. Cats. Bash. Sorry, I'm just being too fast. Bash. Sorry. Bash ALX. Sorry. Bash ALX. Oh, Bash school. Bash school. Okay. Good. So we have it there. So this is what we just wrote. So we have done that. So what is the next thing? Let's clear our screen. The next thing here, add all these new files to Git. They say you should add it to Git. How do you add it to Git? That means they are trying to say you should what? Git push. Let's clear the screen so that you can see we can be free from trash. So now they say add it, commit your words, commit your changes with this message starting to code today. So cool. So how do you git push? You git push by saying what? Git add dot space dot enter, then git commit -m double colon then your message double colon your message. What's the message? The beginning, the start is capital letter. So start what? Starting to code today. Put your semicolon. I mean your comma. So cool. So cool. Good. So let us enter. Good. So let us now git push. Good. So he's asking me for my password, so I need to input my password. Some of you, it may not ask you for the password. So he's asking me for my password. Okay. So this is my password. You can never see it for security purpose. That's how it has been wired and programmed. So let me enter. Let's see what it's going to say. Wow, it is done. So now let's check. Good. Congratulations. Oh, some checks are failing. Something is wrong somewhere. So this is interesting. So we need to check what is failing. Let's see. You have access to full output of checker. Use it with reason. You have access to full output of checker. Use it with reason. File exists. Yes, I think because I've done this project before, so there may be some glitch. So let's go back and see. That's why you are a programmer. These are the things when a system is faulty and you are asked to come and check the system, you should be able to know where the problem is coming from. So let's check what is really happening. Let's go back again. Let's check one by one from this project. Okay, in our Gits we have what? We have this. Let's check whether our readme is there. ls, our readme is there, right? Good. Now inside your what? This, let's check this bash. So let's check for this. They are there. So this is there, this is there, this is there, this is here, this is here. So here now as a software engineer, your work is to have the ability to debug, to check. That is your major work. So how will you be able to practice as a software engineer if you don't know what's up? If you're just after doing projects, so you should be able to understand the nitty-gritty of everything. Now, this is a problem that has happened. It's just like a system, an organization. They are having a system malfunctioning just because of this. So now let's go and see what exactly is the problem. Now I can see what it's saying here. It said check, meaning all what we've been doing since morning, there is a mistake somewhere. Okay, so now let's see. You may just click here to let's see the details, what is really happening. You have access to the full output of the checker. Use it for a reason. So file exists, saying this is where the problem is. It said missing what? You see it. Good. It said missing c.c font. So something must be wrong with this what? File inputs. So you see it now. This is how to debug. You don't need to start, I've done all what I've been asked to do. I'm not getting it. Oh, what should I do now? I'm tired. Oh, no. You have to look into it. Debug the problem. Find the problem. Know your problem and handle it. Okay? So now, let's go. So let's go and see this document. He said there's something wrong with this document. So what we'll do is, where is this document located? This document, where is it located? Let's go and look for where it's located. Let's look for where it's located. Is under which file? See, this is the document. Is under what? Yeah, is a C file. Is under C file. That's where some people don't know. Now they will now be looking for, where is the document? How do I know where it is? Okay, you start using many methods like ls. When you say ls, you are not going to find it. Sorry, I'm already in C. I just see it now. Let me go out of C. Okay. Now I'm back to, let me clear. I'm back to my normal working directory. ls. Okay. ls. See, there is no way you can find this file in this place in your directory. So you have to cd into what? cd into C by saying cd C. Now let's check the file inside C. Let's see what is wrong with it. ls is there, but it is not well written. You can see now the file is there, C/C. So we wrote a different thing entirely. So you see that. So how do we correct this? To correct it, the first thing you're supposed to do is what? rm is a file, so you just remove it. rm what? C is font. So it's a wrong file that we inputted. It's gone. So let's check whether it's still there. It's gone. So let's now write it correctly. How do we write it correctly? We are not going to write it. We can also create it inside C file, but let's not create it inside C file. It will find its root back into C. So let's go out of C. So let's create it now. How do we create a file? Touch C/sli is font.c. Enter. So it has been created. Let's check whether it's there. See, you cannot find it here. You can only cd. Let's cd into C and find it. Let's cd into C. ls. Good. It is there. So we have, I believe we have. So, but we cannot go and just check directly. We have to push this to our GitHub. We have to push these changes. A file have been changed. So how do you do that? Just say, let's clear the screen. Let's clear the screen so that you can see the screen properly. So let's say what? Git add git commit -m semicolon. What was the message? The message is what? Starting to cool. So cool. Starting starting to code, comma, so cool, put your space, so cool. Okay, that's the message. Starting to code today. Okay, let's put today. If you just git push this, it will not go because of the message. The message is a deliberate, unless if you are not asked to put any message. Okay, if you are not asked to put any message, it will go. So starting to code today. So cool. Let's go out and enter. So let's see now. It's saying one file has been changed, 0 insertions, 0 deletions. So we only change one file. You see that is a file. We didn't delete anything, we only changed a file. Okay, so a file has been changed, and see what it's telling us. C is cfon. This is a file that we changed. You see, coding is very interesting. Rename, we only renamed it. We would have even used renaming method. You get, we would have used renaming method. How do you rename? Let's assume we did not replace it the way we replaced it. We would have just said mv what? We just put it mv, then we'll now put the file that we want to rename. We just say mv, we'll put the old file first, we'll now put the new file that we want to change. It will just change it, but it's still fine. So this is what has happened. Rename, we have renamed it. 0, we have renamed this. C is cfon. It now changed to what? C is fon. Hyphen is fon.c. 100% done. So let's now git what? Let's git push. Git push. You see that we are going to get it this time. Let me enter my code. So let me enter my code. I just copied my code from somewhere now. Paste. It has been copied and pasted. So good. Let's go and check. Let's check. The system is what's happening? Okay, let's check. Oh, same thing. What's happening? Yeah, good. You have access to this file. Exists. Did we still make mistake with this file? C dot. Let's check. This is the file we made. C is. Oh, we made mistake again. We made mistake again with the same file. We didn't write it well. Okay, so don't be worried. It's still the same process. We made mistake again. So let's quickly correct the mistake. Clear. We made mistake again. We didn't write it correctly. Okay. Sorry for that. So let's go out. Oh, we git push in C. We git push in C. So we can't git push in C. It will not see it. Okay. We git push in C. So we git push in C. Let's check C whether the file is there anyway before we git push. Let's now go out of C. So this is the correct file. You see it? Oh, let's correct it. Remove. Or let's use that moving. Let's go out of this. Let's use that method I told us. mv. So let's write the name of this file. What's the name of this file? C. You see it will change now. C is what? Is fon.c. Okay, space. So what do we want to write? C/C. We are making this mistake so that some people will learn. Okay, you learn. So fon.c. So let's change. Let's enter. Cannot state C is no such file. Okay. Let's do that in our C. Let's cd into C. It's only inside C we can do that. Okay, mv. sorry, mv. Yeah, so C is what? C is fun.c. We want to change it to what? What do we want to change it to? We want to change it to this C/C/C is fun. Let's put space here. Fun.c. Okay, so let's go. Cannot move C. No such file. ls. Maybe we are still making the same mistake. Okay, let's go out of C and let's remove the file. Let's just remove it. rm C is what? Let's first of all list it to be sure of what is inside C. Yes, so let's remove it. rm C, this is fun.c. Good. So let's go out of C. Let's go out of C. Let's go out of C. We are out of C. Let's clear our screen. So we are out of C. So now let's recreate this file. Let's recreate this file. How do we recreate it? Touch C/C is fun.c. We have recreated. So let's seed into C. Let's check whether it's in C. ls. Wow, it's there now. It's not there. Why is this thing changing back? C is okay. It's there. C/C is C4. Yeah, it's there. Let's go out of C. Let's cut this file. Let's cut it, whether we'll see it. Let's cut it. Cut C. That is to see whether it is it is there. Okay. Is fun.c. Good, it's there. So we are good to go. Let's seed into C again and see. We are in C. ls. So the reason why it's showing this is because we are already in C. This slash so. So let's now git push, but we have to go out of C to git push. We didn't git push C. We have to go out of C to git push. So git add git. You already know that. Git commit -m. What's the message? Starting to code today. So cool. Okay, starting to code today. So cool. Branch is up to date. Let's clear. Git push. Yeah, it's asking for password, right? Everything is up to date. So let's check. What's happening? So look at this now. Look at this. In case you encounter this kind of, and I'm very sure you're not going to encounter it. If you actually did what I just did, you are going to get the answer for the first time. But because I have done this project before, that's why we're having this glitch. So what the problem is saying here is that it said missing so. It say file exists. It say file exists. This file already exists and I'm recreating it. So I have to go back and delete this file. That's what it's telling me to do now. Okay, I have to delete this file. It already exists on my Git. I've Git pushed it, so I have to go back to my Git and delete it. So how do we do this? How do we do that? Let's check. ls. I think we let me see other file is not empty. File is not empty. Let's check those files. cd cd cd. Okay, I can't cd into a file. ls. Okay, let me see whether it would go. So I can't see this a file. Can't cd into it. So let me see. They say these files are not empty. File is not empty. So it has been checked, so we don't need to worry about this. My work have been checked. It has been checked before, so I have already Git push into the system. I'm trying to see which of the file I have not deleted before. I think I have not deleted this. Okay, all this has been deleted. Wait, let's go to cd, because I didn't see these files before. cd, okay, cd vi. Let me check these files. These files, I created them before. So let me go to next questions. Maybe there's any changes. Okay, replacing. Okay, I already redirected them to a branch. I created a branch. I moved this bash alx to a branch. Oh, I see. It is now in a branch. That's why I could not see it. It is now in a branch. So for me to delete this, let me go to rm. You may not understand what I'm doing, but I will explain to you. This has been created before, so I'm trying to see if I can delete it from the previous. ls. .alx has been removed. So yeah, so you see that it has been removed. I want to recreate it. .alx. Let me go in. Let me just copy to save myself of the stress and time. I'm already in this insert mode. Paste. Copy. Paste. Let me go out. ls. Okay. Okay. Let me cut and see what is inside. .alx. So it's there already. Let me check this. Let me delete this. I want to restart everything from A to Z. rm vi. Let me go in. So I should create this and this. Okay. We are already in the insert mode. I already use I for insert mode. Okay. And this. So let me go out. Out. Cut. So it's out ls. So that is there. Verify that this too. So let me go back to this. I think there's a problem with this files here. There must be problem somewhere. Empty files. bash cjs. So let me create these empty files. Let me remove all these files. No such files. So the file, there's no such files. cdc ls is in C now. So why is it saying no such files? No such file or directory. Move. See no such file. Okay, let me make it clear. Touch. What's happening? What is happening? What is happening? Okay, I need to go out of C. Okay. It has been created. cd and yes, I have to remove and make them. Hope you are seeing what I'm doing. Just because of my system, I have to remove and make them all over again. So let me remove this. Touch. Okay, I fix all this. So let me git add. What's it saying? Pathetic code did not match my file. Known to Git. Code did not match my any file. Known to Git. What's Git add? Git commit. Okay, let me re-add. See, two files change. Okay, so you see, two files has been changed. Maybe this is going to be the solution. Git push. So let me enter my password. Blah, 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 blah. I think it is done now. So let's check. Let's check our code. Wow. So there's a glitch somewhere. I have to delete everything. Hope you understand what I did. I have to delete everything I have done before so that I can rerun it all over again. You know, I was just doing a new one with a old one, and that was just where the problem is. If you did what I did from the beginning, you have no problem. So it is just a system problem, system error rather. So we are good to go. We're good to go. Let's go to number 3.